Tons and tons of garbage, especially plastic, are produced and used by humans every year.
So actually, a survey in US states that an average person produces 5 pounds or 2 kilos of garbage a day. So a family would likely to produce 18 pounds or 8 kilos of garbage. Now imagine how much garbage are produced annually. It's unimaginable, right?
I know, right? Like imagine, 8 billion population of the world. Tons of garbage piles up. And you know what's sad?
Most of them are thrown in the ocean.
Yes, they are thrown not just in the ocean, but also they are also thrown in the different bodies of water.
Actually, I found this video online that talks about this matter, and I think it's worth watching.
Really? Let's see it then. Okay.
Our oceans sustain life. An abundant ocean can feed 1 billion people a healthy meal every day forever.
Yeah, I agree with that. The ocean is not just the ocean alone, but we have fresh bodies of water as well. They do have organisms that is vital for our survival. Let's say, for example, the fish for consumption and fresh water for drinking, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But now they are being killed by throwaway plastics. The equivalent of 1 garbage truck of plastic is dumped in the sea every minute.
1 truck of garbage every minute. That's a lot.
17.6 billion pounds every year.
70.6 billion pounds?
How many is that in kilograms?
Wait, let me check. I think it's 7 billion, more than 7 billion
In kilograms.
in kilograms.
No way.
Plastic is everywhere in our ocean, floating on the surface, mixing in the salt water, and sitting on the ocean bottom, miles and miles deep.
Yeah, that is actually true. Are you guys familiar with the Mariana Trench?
It's like the deepest point of the ocean that is discovered. Yeah.
Yeah, and I read it somewhere that scientists allegedly found plastics on the seafloor that deep.
No way.
So it only means that our waste is all over the ocean, and it is so many that it reaches the deepest part of it, right?
And once in the ocean, it never goes away. Over hundreds of years, it breaks down into small pieces. But those pieces, even the tiny ones called microplastics, are still plastic. Sea turtles are choking on it. Scientists say that over 60% of whale and dolphin species are affected by it. Zooplankton, the base of the ocean food chain.
So see, everyone in the food chain is affected, from the smallest planktons to the fishes, and I think it would really reach to us, right?
Yeah, it sure is a domino.
And so do we. It's in the water we drink. It's in our food. Microplastics have been found in our salt, our honey, and our beer. And sometimes even in the air we breathe.
Yes, actually microplastics are very harmful to all species, especially to us humans.
Microplastics. Microplastics are pieces smaller than 5 millimeters. Some of them are used in cosmetics or toothpaste, but most result from floating waste that is constantly exposed to UV radiation and crumbles into smaller and smaller pieces. 51 trillion such particles float in the ocean, where they are even more easily swallowed by all kinds of marine life. This has raised concerns among scientists, especially about health risks from the chemicals that are added to plastic. BPA, for example, makes plastic bottles transparent, but there's also evidence that it interferes with our hormonal system. DEHP makes plastics more flexible, but may cause cancer. It would be pretty bad if microplastics are toxic because they travel up the food chain. Zooplankton eat microplastic. Small fish eat zooplankton. So do oysters, crabs, and predatory fish. And they all land on our plate. Microplastics have been found in honey, in sea salt, in beer, in tap water, and in the household dust around us. 8 out of 10 babies and nearly all adults have measurable amounts of phthalates, a common plastic additive, in their bodies. And 93% of people have BPA in their urine.
Wow, microplastics are everywhere then.
Companies are choosing to make something that will be used just once, from a material that lasts forever. If you don't like what throwaway plastics are already doing to our world, brace yourself. We face a tsunami of throwaway plastic in our and the ocean's future. 4 times more plastic will be produced between now and the middle of the century than has been produced in all of history. 4 times more.
No way. 4 times more?
This way, and then our population is still growing.
Yeah, the more people, the more garbage, especially plastics, are going to be used.
And eventually, to be thrown to the bodies of water, especially if we don't do something about it.
More.
So, if you say 4 times, how many is that? Like 7 billion multiplied by 4.
It is 31 billion.
More than
that.
Oh my God.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What can we do? Recycling? Of all the plastic ever generated as of 2015, only 9% was recycled. Even when it is recycled, plastic degrades. Your plastic soda bottle maybe becomes a shampoo bottle, then a floor mat. Even in the best case, it doesn't recycle, it downcycles. And then it becomes pollution that ruins our beaches and chokes sea animals forever. We should not be forced to pollute the ocean every time we eat, drink, or go shopping. We need to be given a choice, a plastic-free choice. This is not
I mean, they got a point. Recycling is a good step to address our plastic problem. But let's be real. With the amount of plastics we have, or the amount of plastics that is thrown to the ocean, I don't think it'll make a change.
Especially that not everyone is actively participating in recycling.
This is not hard to imagine. Indeed, some responsible companies are already leading the way. There are throwaway plastic-free aisles in supermarkets. Beverage companies already offer plastic-free soda and salsa water. Restaurants offer plastic-free service. There are plastic-free rooms in hotels. An airline is now offering a plastic-free flight. And Oceania and our allies are winning plastic-free victories. Following campaigning by Oceania, Peru passed a law that keeps plastic out of national parks and beaches.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, here in Dorso, using of plastic is being controlled.
Yeah, I noticed that poster near the entrance at the gate earlier.
Which is actually good, right?
Yeah.
So, if we can control the plastics, it's better if we remove it completely, like stop using it.
Yeah, but let's admit it, that the use of plastic is actually convenient. It's just too bad it's not good for our environment.
Yeah, plastics needs to be.
Belize is getting rid of styrofoam. And the European Union has mandated reductions for throwaway plastic throughout its 28 member countries. But with your help, we can do more. Together, we can create a movement to reduce throwaway plastic. We can make sure we're all given real plastic-free choices. We can help our cities, towns, schools, and workplaces establish zones that are free of throwaway plastic. Let's stop plastic pollution from wrecking our beaches and our oceans, and have healthy oceans that delight and sustain us for generations to come. Please join our campaign. Go to oceana.org/plastics today.
So I guess that's the end of the video. So, how's the video?
Yeah, it's good.
And it's informative.
And remember the part about recycling? Yeah, recycling is a good step to mitigate or the furthermore production of plastics. But I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I can agree.
So, do you guys have any ideas or sustainable solutions in mind that you think can help and encourage everyone to a positive change?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. So I think personal lifestyle and eco-friendly habits should be considered, like they reduce plastic usage, proper waste disposal, recycle and dispose of waste responsibly, and limit to chemical usage, avoiding using harmful chemicals in household cleaning products, and go for eco-friendly products, choose biodegradable and non-toxic products for personal care, and avoid littering. Always dispose of trash in designated bins and encourage others to do the same. And promote responsible fishing, abide by the rules and regulations regarding fishery, and avoid practices like overfishing or using destructive fishing gear that can harm marine ecosystems. And lastly is to educate and spread awareness. Share knowledge about water pollution, its impact, and ways to prevent it through your social circles, community events, or online platforms. So encourage others to adopt eco-friendly habits and make sustainable choices. And also remember that personal lifestyles changes might seem small individually, but collectively they have a significant positive impact on reducing water pollution and preserving our environment for the future generations.
So for me, support for the environmental organizations and initiatives should also be considered. So there are different kinds of organizations that support in addressing our pollution about in ocean. So here are some are the Oceanic Society, Plastic Pollution Coalition, 5 Years, Algaleta, Plastic Soup Foundation, and many more. So these organizations working to reduce and eliminate ocean plastic pollution in variety of different ways.
So yeah, I think I could totally agree with you too. And for me, additionally, I think advocating for policy changes and sustainable practices should also be considered. I don't know if you guys can remember during the COVID-19, where everyone is forced to stay at home, and most of the industry that is contributing to the air pollution, their operation was stopped, right? And then it actually helped our Mother Earth. The pollution were reduced, our ozone layer healed itself. And it's like the Earth were able to take a rest. And so I think that is also applicable to the water pollution. This matter doesn't concern us as civilians only, but as well as the governments, the policymakers. So I think it'll be more effective if they can pass a policy that will reduce the production of plastic materials, or a law that will give everyone no choice but to reduce the use of single-use plastic, something like that. So yeah, again, I guess it will be more effective if the government will take part. But of course, we can't automatically say to switch to using no plastics, right? Because somehow we depend on it, even if we like it or not. And I think everyone is encouraged to switch to sustainable practices instead. Let's say, for example, when you are buying grocery goods, we can use paper bags or eco bags instead of instead of using single-use plastics. And I know that it'll be hard since again we somehow depend on it. So I think we should take one step at a time. So yes, this brings us to the end of this video. We are the Blue Fight saying
Let's stop plastic pollution from wrecking our beaches and our ocean.
for the present and the future generations.